Well, it's another day here at the Chateau and another million jobs to be done, but that's never going to change. But in the meantime, we've been looking at some other stuff. So Terry's finally got his paint colour sample of the red that he was looking at for this room. Now he's started to err away from that, and he's starting to look at this, and everyone that's seen it in the flesh, everyone that's been here and seen it in person, absolutely agrees that this is the way to go. And looking at it, I think I agree with them as well. The red, as beautiful as it is, doesn't compare to the effect that this gives, and I think this will give a much more luxurious feel. This, it feels a little bit flat, it feels a little bit dulled down and toned down, and we're not looking for that. We want this room to feel like, when you stay here, you need to feel like a Chateau. You need to feel like you're meant to be in this room, and it's an important room, and that's the whole point of doing it the way that we are. So, like I say, you can see the mouldings on the walls. You can see the touches of gold that are going to be splashed around. It is going to be a really extravagant room. It's going to be beautiful. So while Terry's been doing that, we've decided that the best thing to do for the 401 bedroom really is to get somebody in. But I've just noticed this in the corner as well. So this is the beautiful colour that they're looking for this room. Now, again, it looks different in different lights. It's like the Autentico in the bedroom. So it is grey, but you can see purples in it, and it's a deeper colour than what it actually comes across on camera, because I know how this comes across on camera. But the furniture that's to go in here, when you see that, you'll understand exactly why that colour's been chosen. And I think that is going to be the perfect colour for this room. It'll be nice, it'll feel really extravagant and really fancy, but this is going to be the showstopper of a bedroom. And we know Terry talked about taking some beams out in here. Now, for the life of me, I couldn't understand how we'd be able to do it. Luckily, we know some amazing builder friends, and it's what they do for a living, and they've looked at it and said, yes, it's doable. So Terry's over the moon. So we're going to let them get on with that, and it's going to be a case of taking some beams out to give some height in this room. How that'll look its entirety when it's done, I can't see it yet. Terry's obviously got it in his head. He'll tell us when we get closer to the time exactly what he wants, but I think it has to be done by somebody that knows what they're doing, because like I say, it's a major structural piece of work. So we'll let them get on with it, and we'll get on with some work ready for the Patreon days.
We had a long night, but it was alright. I took two broken blades into a fist fight. She said, give me a reason why I should take it or leave it. Why don't you just give me a reason why I should take it or leave it, or you can leave me here bleeding. I said, alright, we like to rip it up and take flight, and I can meet you on the website, and we can stay together all night, all night. We'll go to Santa Clara, or you can meet me on the Riviera, a little place where we can live forever. We'll have a private little piece of heaven. I said, give me a reason why I should take it or leave it. Why don't you just give me a reason why I should take it or leave it, or you would never believe it. I said, alright, we like to rip it up and take flight, and I can meet you on the website, and we can swim into the sunrise. We could dance all
Well, as you've seen, 401 bedroom, the master bedroom there, we've got the beams took out and all sorted. And again, it wasn't us that did that job. We got someone in to do it because it's major structural works, and we live above it. And I didn't want it being like a trapdoor walking into our living room and appearing in a guest bedroom in the middle of the night. So it's been done properly. They've done an absolutely amazing job, and it means that Terry's going to have the effect that he wants to now. This bedroom is going to be a really elaborate over the top bedroom, and it's going to give you that extra, just the impression of extra height in there. It's probably only give us about 9 inches more, but the differences that'll make for what Terry wants to do, you're going to be wowed by it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a showstopper. That room is going to be probably the crown and glory of the chateau, all said and done. So it's something that we're looking forward to getting on with, but that won't be till later on in the year now, because there's so much to do still, prepping with the garden and everything else. But the last couple of days we've just been working away for Patreon days and our open days, our porte ouvert, and it's just going to be so much fun. We're looking forward to it now. We're just about there, so we are all completely exhausted, and it's just been a case of getting everything done that we can. So everyone's here, with the 6 or 7 of us here right now, have been running around like absolute idiots, just trying to get everything in place, and we want it perfect. We just want to show the locals that we've made a good job of this place, and we're proud of what we've done, and we want them to see that, and we want them to see that we've respected the building. We've not just come in, and like I say, I've seen so many of the chateaus where the walls are just white, it's boring, it's plain, and we've respected the building. We've respected obviously the heritage, the French heritage, and tried to replace it with that as well. So we've been busy down here, so we're already down here right now. We've got our lovely master entrance with the beautiful foxgloves and lavender and all sorts of flowers, and they'll be refreshed tomorrow when guests come in. They'll be nice and bright and all standing up. Obviously, you know, we haven't done any work on this floor. Everything that we do is basically it's decorating it and just fitting it out to make it comfortable for people to come in. The works will come probably on this floor. We'll start it next year. There's a massive amount to do around here and in here, but we've got a little salon for now. There's plenty of space for people to come in and enjoy the space and actually have a look about and see what it's like, and see. It'll be more impressive for them when they go upstairs and they see the 400 bedroom, because they'll see what we've took it from and what we've gone to, and they'll be able to see exactly where we're going to be going with the chateau. And again, it'll give them an understanding of what we're about. And obviously we love the garden, and we hope they're going to love it as well. It's nowhere near what it's going to be, but it's the start of something that was basically, it was just an overgrown mess. It's been an overgrown mess for so many years, and there was lots of people that came to our last open porte ouverte open day, and I hope they see the difference in the changes that we've made, and we hope that they like them as well. That's the fingers crossed part of this. And we have all set up in here, so we'll have teas, coffees, cakes. Tanya from Brico Mark and her mum Sue, they've made loads of little bits for us to actually give to our guests, and for them to enjoy it really, and to just come and enjoy a nice afternoon at a chateau. Just people from the local area. We've got people come from all over. There's people come from America, there's people come from Paris, so it's going to be a really international day, and it's going to be so much fun. And the dining room, you might remember Terry's mini brocante. Now, it's not a mini brocante anymore. Look at this. We can walk. I can't remember the last time we were actually able to walk around this room, and it's unbelievable. And this vase, even just the vase, I haven't seen that out in the open yet, and just the way that shimmers and the blue in it is absolutely wonderful. Anyway, so it's just a little petit salon in here, just another place for guests to come sit down and enjoy the day. We have no idea how many people's coming. There might be 10 people come, there might be 1,000 people come, and it could be anything in between. We really don't know. So we've prepped, we've got overflow parking in loads of different areas, so we've thought about it just in case it does get busy. We've went out live on the radio today in France. We've been advertising it in all the local towns as well, so hopefully it's a good day, and hopefully the locals will enjoy what we've done. And like I say, just come and enjoy the chateau with us. This was the whole point of doing what we were doing. So we'll show you what else we've been up to as well while we're at it. So it's been a day that we can actually show off this garden now to the residents, to the locals, and they can actually come and enjoy it and see the space that it's going to become. Hopefully they can see what we're seeing with it. Still a hell of a lot to do in the garden. We know it's not done, it's nowhere near complete. The terrace is now all mapped out though. You'll see the plastic down the weed matting, and again that's necessary to actually sterilise these beds, and then we're going to be putting boards in around that as well. So there's still a lot of work and there's still a lot of plants to go in up here as well. But we're all set out. We've got tables and chairs ready, and we've got benches, and we've got all sorts ready. And look at the chateau all clean. So people, for the first time in the last 40, to be honest with you, it's probably longer than that it's been since the chateau's been cleaned, properly cleaned. So for some people, it'll be the first time that they're seeing this place in its absolute glory. And some of you wanted to hear the bell. Now, Patrick's going to bark the second I do this, but I'll ring it for you because lots of you said you want to hear it, and it is an impressive bell. So loads of you asked in the last video about the bell, how long's it been there? It's always been there, and we can prove it's always been there. Go back for years on the videos, and when the drone shot right at the very end comes across, the bell sat there. It just doesn't stand out because obviously the frame was all rusted around it. Terry's tittified it and made it look all beautiful, but we use that bell pretty much every day because there's always a few of us here, and we don't always work together. We're always scattered about the land, and wherever you are on the land, we ring that bell and we can all come running for dinner, and we all come gather and have our dinner and enjoy it. But as you can see, lots of places, lots of seats. People can enjoy an afternoon tea here, a nice coffee, a glass of wine if they want to. Like I say, we just want to make it as an enjoyable a day as possible for the people that are coming. Some of you keen-eyed viewers will have noticed there's a few extra urns dotted around the garden. So we've got some here, we've got them up at the back there, and again that's replicating what we've seen from old photos. Where we can, we've tried to do that, and the four at the top there are matching in place to the ones that we know were here in the early 1900s because we've got a picture showing it. So again, we're really happy with it, and again, it's not the same style, but like we've said all along, that this is our stamp on the garden. Not like us to leave anything to the last minute. We have something in place to go on here. It won't be a sundial yet, but it's something that we are looking at getting done, and our amazing stonemason friends are going to drop something off in the morning just before the open day starts to actually sit on top here, and again it'll just frame it. We're not going to tell you what it is yet, we'll wait till we do a video showing you it, but it's just going to look absolutely, it'll look glorious in the garden here. But everything's just settling in nicely. The flowers, lots of you have asked about the slug traps. The slug traps have done an amazing job. They've given the plants chance to actually recover and bed in, which is what they weren't able to do before. The warm weather we've had and everything that's been happening, it's just been a case of the slugs have just been at them and at them and at them, whereas now it's kind of died off. The amazing job that Inara and Tracy did in getting the chippings down, we left a bit left over because we knew that the wind was going to blow through it and stuff, so they opened it, everything's prepped and everything looks really nice and sweet. And the corner of the garden, again, we can actually use it now. It feels like it's a usable, inviting space, and that's what we want guests to come and do, to just come sit down there and enjoy it. And that was the whole purpose of doing it, because it was kind of just shoved out the way. But that's not all we've been doing. Like I say, we've been so busy. There's been work going on absolutely everywhere. And I'll take you through our family area. So onto our little family area, and again, it came up as a memory on my Facebook today that this was only a year ago that we were doing all this. I cannot believe that a year ago that this was a mess. It just feels like so long ago. And some of you keen-eyed viewers might have noticed from the old footage that the pagoda, we took it down over winter because the weather that we had was horrific, and it wasn't in the best of conditions to be able to leave up. And we want to make sure that, again, this was something that stayed here for a long time. So Terry's had me out with a welder. We've welded everything back into place and got everything together, and it is nice and sturdy now. It's pinned in at every point that it can touch the ground, so it's done a great job really of what we want it to do. And again, it just looks lovely, and it's another nice little place that people can just come and sit and enjoy. And Tracy in particular, she can come down and have a nice G&T and just enjoy this lovely space. We've got our little picnic benches, we've got our barbecues, but the garden that we've got, you might remember about a year and a half ago, we planted a garden in for Tracy for Mother's Day, and that was something we don't show on this because this is kind of our family area, and this is where we spend our time when we can get some downtime and relax. So we don't film a lot down here, but to see it and to see how it's come along is just, it's unbelievable. And I love sitting down here personally because we have these little things called butterfly hawk moths, and they look hummingbird hawk moths, and they look like little hummingbirds. We don't have hummingbirds here, so to see them is just absolutely magical. And the lavender has just took over, the flowers have just took over, and they're just doing so well, and it's turned into exactly what we wanted, a nice easy maintenance rockery garden. And like I say, it's the perfect space for us and our family to just enjoy around here. We've got the garden, and again we've got a perfect lawn now as well, and you'll see this from another video. The lawn down here now is absolutely superb, and it's something that's easy maintenance. We don't have to look after, and it's just made our lives easier, just these little things that we've done. Again, we've thought for the long term of what we're doing here. So let's go and have a look, see what else we've been up to. Well, as you can see, we've been busy literally everywhere, from the old drive, the new drive, clearing everywhere and clearing as much as we can. But let's just put something straight. Terry put a naughty post out on Facebook yesterday just to quieten some people down, and they're still there, guys. Sorry for those of you that weren't happy with it. They're still there. They are going to get done in time. It's just one of them things. We know and appreciate everyone's concerns and how they look, but right now, again, it reminds us of the work that we've still got to do, and the journey that we're still on with this. This is a journey, and we're on it for the long term. And again, like I say, we will do it, but we'll do it absolutely properly. But seeing the sun on the chateau behind me right now, and seeing the way that it lights up and the way that it's all just gleaming, yes, the awnings stand out, we don't care. They're absolutely beautiful, and they're an absolute part of the chateau. They're into the walls as well. They're into the walls, about 10 inches right the way through the walls. So again, not work that we could ever do, and not work that we could even plan on doing, to be honest with you. It's major structural work if we were to ever take them down, but we will get around to it, I promise. So hope you've enjoyed our little tour today, show you what we've been up to. Sorry we haven't been able to film all of it and show you it this time. It's just been a case of we have been genuinely so busy we haven't had time to look up, but we want to make sure you felt a part of this as well, and we'll get as much done tomorrow as we can when we're filming, so to show you everything that's about. So hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and make sure you got the bell click for notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
If you'd like to be part of our journey and help restore the chateau, then please join us on Patreon, where you'll be part of our journey, receive a piece of the history, and get exclusive videos.